Welcome to another update video for my Java Edition resource pack, barely default. As you can see, I have some pretty funky things going on in my HUD right now. As the title of the video suggests, I've added the locator bar that's recently been added to Minecraft Bedrock to Java Edition in my resource pack. And this is completely vanilla. This is in 1.21.5, where pack making has gotten a huge update. Basically, there's infinite stuff possible now with item models. And I know that sounds crazy, but just check out my recent videos. And this is another example of something that's possible with item models. A new compass in my pack. And part of that compass is these little dots, right? So that it looks real strange if it's in your inventory, right? I can probably give myself a look. There you go. Look, this is completely out of whack, these little dots. But if you put it in the 5th slot of your hotbar, so smack dab in the middle, the dots are gonna line up perfectly with your XP bar. And that's exactly how it is in Minecraft Bedrock. Except, you know, there it locates friends. There's no friend list in Java Edition. So instead, I just made it a functional compass. As you can see, there's 2 dots. So this is actually the first compass in the game, in my pack at least, that has that points at 2 things at the same time. This is the icon for it. It doesn't move. It's just like a still icon. I mean, why would it move? And then how do you get it? I mean, that's another thing that's possible in vanilla in 1.21.5 is a named variant. So I have other compasses renamed as well. Okay, so this is like if you rename a compass to windrows, just an example, right? It'll change to this, which is another functional compass variant you can have. Just, you know, if you want to have a different type of compass, just for funsies, right? And then what is going on here is if you rename a compass to locator bar, it's gonna change. And there you can see the dot is completely out of whack already. It basically only works if it's in the 5th slot of your hotbar. And there you have it. You have a compass that is, instead of a dial turning around, it's a dot that just perfectly slides across the XP bar. And then the XP bar is still fully functional, as you can see, right? I mean, you know, it works perfectly. The number can still be displayed. And then if you take this compass called locator bar, right? I just made the icon, kind of like a HUD icon, right? I thought that made sense. And then if you take it and you attach it to a lodestone, it'll do just that. But then the original red dot is still there. So the purple dot points to the lodestone, whatever lodestone you have selected for your compass. And then the red dot points to spawn, and it just stays that way because any item can be a compass basically in the new Itemstates system, right? And also any item model can be a composite of multiple models. So if I make my compass model, if it's a rename made up of 2 different compasses, that just works. And that's basically what's going on. And then the little icon that's sliding across the XP bar right now is just, it's part of the model. It's part of the item model, right? And it just extends beyond the slot by a lot. And then there's just a variant for every position that the compass can be in. And yeah, you know, I did that for both. And I also did it for the recovery compass, just for funsies. And it is the most OP, again, you know, the most OP compass in the game because it has 2. I haven't died in this world, okay. And I'm gonna kill myself. Does that sort of stuff get me demonetized, even if it's about video gaming? Who knows? Okay, and now we have a death point, so we can get this compass again. And I'll get the other compass off my hotbar because that's super confusing. And now the compass points are death points. And also to spawn, because I could, right? Like I said, I can make compass models. So this is the most OP compass in the game right now, as it points to 2 positions at once. The kicker is that you have to put it in the 5th slot of your inventory, and then you have to look at your XP bar for which direction to go. But I think it's really nice, really clever. So if I'm looking right at something, it's right in the middle, right, of my XP bar. And then if it's behind me, the dot becomes smaller. You see that? If it touches the edge and it reaches the edge, it just becomes smaller, and then it'll ultimately switch to the other side. There you go. That's the switching point. Just thought that made sense. And then until the direction comes within like 180 degrees of my peripheral, it'll appear again as a big dot, right? Does that make sense? So I thought that was nice and consistent with Minecraft lore. Like that's how kind of how maps do it too, right? And this is fully possible in vanilla with just a resource pack, right? You get my pack and you just rename a compass, and or you don't. It's optional, up to you. The only downside of this is that now having seen this, it's actually really smooth, really nice. You know, I mean, I made 140 models of it, right? So it has 140 different positions it can be in, right, to make it the most smooth it could be. But there is a downside, and that is I want waypoints, stuff like that, not just 2, because, you know, 2 is cool. This is revolutionary. No one's done this, you know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, right? My name's Mickey Joe. Remember the name. So it's hype. Like the lodestone itself is literally a waypoint system, but I want multiple waypoints, right? I want like a blue one and a green one and a yellow one, and one in the shape of a house and one in the shape of a little cross, right? Like this. This is it for reference, by the way. This is the new locator bar in Bedrock. I haven't even tried it. I've just seen screenshots of it and I get it instantly, and it's honestly pretty smooth, right? I mean, worked into the XP bar like that. I've always wanted a compass like that, mostly just for coordinates. I think it would just be really useful. Like how they have it in Fortnite, they literally just have like north, south, east, west, that sort of thing, and then they have coordinate numbers, so you can call out where someone is. Like I see someone at like, you know, like 45 degrees, you know, you get it? Like that's like, it's like a super useful type of compass, and I would love that in Minecraft. And this is, I guess, my contribution to the community, you know, the closest I could get. I mean, I don't know, it's not a friend compass, but it is a locator bar. I thought it was cool, right? What do you guys think? This is the actual model, I mean, for the dot at least, right? It's just it's a tiny little plane, and then if we go to display settings, like this is how it appears in the GUI. or on the hotbar more specifically. And that's it. It's just a little element that I made completely on the edge. And then it just slides across, and it has a variant for every position it can be in, right? Yeah. Enough that I thought would make it look smooth overall, right? I spent a full day doing this. This is everything I have for this video, all right? Two types of compasses. Get my resource pack, Mickey Joe's barely default. We also have a data pack where we do a bunch of cool stuff, like butterflies. This is an example of something the data pack adds. And you can catch them if you get a butterfly net, and then you get an actual butterfly, which is just that. It's a butterfly, and you can release it again. So, I mean, if you have you can make like a nice pen for them, right? Or like a butterfly enclosure, and they'll just kind of hang out. I mean, they look great. I love butterflies either way. And the data pack adds a lot more stuff, like the lush birch forest, or the pumpkin pastures biome, directly out of Minecraft dungeons, or the soggy swamp biome, and go fight the corrupted cauldron, complete with his minions and their crazy magic missile attacks, or the crown mesa biome, or the creeper forest biome, or the coral cove biome with tropical slimes somehow, or fight the nameless one and his crazy minions. No, and if you kill him, you'll get his magical staff, which actually does a lot of damage. And I'm getting out of here because I cannot fight this guy right now. I have barely any armor left. I mean, you get it. The data pack adds a lot of stuff coded by the amazing CYKLOPPS. So shoutouts to him, and shoutouts to you for watching this video, even though it was pretty cool. All right, bye bye.